So apparently the all-star starters have been selected. I've seen some of it, but we're gonna see if I'm surprised by anything, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the East front court, led by the captain, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Here we go.
Close enough.
Right,
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's been too many years. You can't.
Yeah. 8 straight all-star appearances for the Greek Freak in his 11th season, averaging 31, 12, and 6. He's 3rd in scoring, 5th in rebounding, top 20 in assists, 25 games of 30-plus, 6 of 40-plus, and had 64 against Indiana earlier this season. What would be the next card you have, Chuckster?
The next is from my Philadelphia 76ers, Mr. Joel Embiid.
Yes, the reigning MVP, 7 straight all-star selections, leads the league in scoring with 36 a night, averaging 12 rebounds, which is number 6, averaging a career-high 6 assists as well, while shooting 54%. And who would be the final front court starter?
And definitely not least, from the Boston Celtics, Mr. Jason Tatum.
All this is facts, easy. There's no surprise. Tatum and Giannis. Let's just move on to the backcourt.
From the Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton.
Not gonna hold y'all, chat. I'm actually surprised by this. This is the one that I'm actually very much so surprised about because I didn't think that they were going to get it right, but Tyrese Halliburton deserves it. Undeniably deserves it. What he's been doing in Indiana this year has been great. I also had him as my starter as well. This is great.
There's a spot for another guard here.
There's another spot from the Milwaukee Bucks, Damian Lillard.
No
Damian
way!
Lillard,
No! No! Oh my God! How is this possible? How can Dame be playing this bad and be an all-star? How? Yo, put some respect on Brunson's name, man. Put some respect on Brunson, on Trey, and in all honesty, put some respect on D-Mitch's name. D-Mitch should have been the other backcourt mate. Let's just keep it a beam, dog. He should have been the other backcourt mate. And being an all-star starter, it means so much to your career. It's so pivotal. Everyone remembers who was an all-star starter, right? It's a marking that will be on your resume to the end of time. Everybody is going to remember every single year who started, who didn't start. Everyone. When you walk past the all-time greats to your trip to the Hall of Fame, we're going to list off how many not all-star appearances, but all-star starters you had. That's all important.
West front court.
The captain from the Los Angeles Lakers, the king, LeBron James.
This makes...
Oh my gosh, bro. They just give this shit to anybody, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, what are we doing right now? What are we doing? That's a legacy selection, bro. That's a legacy pick. There's no way that y'all are gonna tell me in the chat that LeBron has been a top 3 front court player in the West this year. No way y'all gonna tell me in the chat. He ain't better than Jokic. He not even the best front court player on his team because that's AD. He ain't been better than KD either.
20 straight appearances. Most all-star appearances ever. Belongs to LeBron James at 39.
All right, and some real stuff, that's crazy. 20 all-star appearances, all consecutive, that's insane. Like, that is actually very impressive. Congratulations to LeBron. That's peaking right there. That's some crazy stuff right there. So congratulations to LeBron. That's very, very much so impressive. 20 years at an all-star level and genuinely playing at an all-star level. He didn't get selected because it was like, you know, he just got put on. Like, genuinely 20 years of an all-star selection. That's dope.
The quote, captain. The captain thing is more of a
ceremonial?
Yeah, because we're not having the draft anymore, but...
oh, no draft anymore?
No draft anymore.
Nobody gets left last.
No.
No draft anymore? Oh, my God. Adam Silver, what are you doing? What is Adam Silver doing?
The next name, he plays for the Phoenix Suns, and he goes by the name of Kevin Durant.
14-time All-Star now. Wow. Scoring 29, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. And shooting 45% from deep, which is number 4 in the league.
Again, shout out to KD, 14-time All-Stars. That's crazy. People need to understand, like, being an All-Star that many times does not make any sense. That shouldn't not happen.
Who's your final front court starter in the West?
My final front court starter is the vice president of the Big Man Alliance. Goes by the name of Nikola Jokic.
Okay, good. And seriously, I don't think LeBron is an all-star star. I don't think he's been better than AD, but I'm fine with this selection. We can move on.
LeBron was number 2 in the player voting. Joker was 1. Durant was 3. Fans had it LeBron, Joker, Durant.
Damn, Jokic got more votes than KD. Is kind of crazy, actually. That's actually insane.
Which brings us to the last envelope, and that would be the West Guards. Leading it off, from the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic.
No surprise, chat. We might as well go, because the next one, we already know who next. I mean, we know who it is. So shout out to Curry, Luka, KD, Jokic, and LeBron. I think it should be AD, but I already know Curry about to be next, man.
So that leaves us one spot. All-star starter, starting guard. Joining Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well deserved.
Oklahoma City Thunder. Nobody's got more 30-point games in the league this year than SGA. 32 of those. 5 games of at least 40 points, and he makes the All-Stars for the second time in his...
Oh my goodness! So LeBron gets a legacy pick, but not Steph? Oh my goodness, bro! You know what's so funny, deadass? They actually got it right. I'm actually surprised that Steph wasn't in it, that they actually put SGA, because low-key, high-key, SGA has actually been better than Steph this year. Hate me all you want to, I just speak the facts. SGA actually has been better than Steph. To see like some of the voting with some of the players, I was actually kind of surprised. The final fan voting was LeBron, Jokic, and KD, and they were leading fairly wide between AD, and crazy enough, Sengun got more votes than Kawhi from the fans. Guards, Luka and Curry 1 and 2 for the Western Conference, with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA not too far from Curry. That's actually very surprising. And then the gap between Shai and everybody else is pretty significant, understandable. Front court players in the East, Giannis, Tatum, and Embiid, again, pretty sizable gap. There's actually a pretty sizable gap between Giannis and everybody else. So shout out to Giannis. Then on the guards, they got Tyrese and Trey. Wow. Okay, and I'm not even mad at Trey, to be honest. I'm not even mad at Trey. But Donovan Mitchell should not be that far down. Also, it's always just great and funny to look at some of the other voting. Somebody already pointed out Austin Reeves, number 10. That's crazy. Drew Holiday and Derek White in the guard spots. I love that. Tyrese Maxey, Brunson all the way at the bottom. My goodness. Actually, I saw some chatter about Brunson as well. Brunson should have been higher. Let's see what Chuck got to say about Brunson, man.
I got nothing. I'm never going to throw shade at Dame Lillard. I love him as a person and as a player, but I would have loved to see Jalen Brunson be a starter. I said this last year. I can't believe what a great player he's turned into. When he went to the Knicks last year, I was like, that's a good signing. It's one of the best signings I've ever seen for a free agent. Nobody knew he was going to be that good. He has been fantastic. He's made the Knicks relevant.
You don't think the Lakers signing Shaq was...
No, Shaq was a Hall of Famer.
You said one of the greatest signings in free agency.
Yeah, Nick, I ain't gonna hold y'all, bro. They get on this TV screen and they get the chatting. Saying that Jalen Brunson is one of the greatest free agency signings you have ever seen. That's some chat right there, but I hear you.
They didn't think he was going to be this good. They thought he would be an upgrade. But what Jalen Brunson has did for the Knicks, he made the New York Knicks relevant for the first time since Patrick Ewing. Yeah. Plain and simple.
Oh, my God. This nigga is just saying anything, bro. Oh, no love for Carmelo Anthony, bro. Hey, Melo, you're right. They trying to wipe you out of existence, my nigga. No cap, bro. Yo, Melo, they trying to wipe this nigga out, bro. So like I said earlier, LeBron 20 straight all-star selections, now most of all time. Shout out to LeBron. KD 14th, as you can see on the infographic here. You know, after Kobe, Duncan, Garnett, Shaq, those are all 15 and higher than Kareem. KD will be on this graphic next year. KD's going to be on this graphic next year. The only real snub here, in my opinion, is Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell should have been starting over Dame. That's my biggest snub. D-Mitch should have been starting over Dame. It's actually crazy because D-Mitch not being an all-star starter is going to be even more reason to why he's going to just up and leave and go to another market that's going to make him more appealing to the masses, because D-Mitch shouldn't be so far removed from the convo from being a starter that you have Tyrese, Dame, and Trey being put well above him. D-Mitch has been sensational. He's been doing great things out in Cleveland. He should be in that conversation. And if we're being honest with ourselves, AD has indeed played better than LeBron, but it's an all-star game. I get why LeBron is in the starting five and not AD. The rest of the team, in all honesty, bro, is going to be pretty cut and dry, in my opinion. My three other front court players coming off the bench out west, going to be AD, it's going to be Kawhi. Who I would want to see is actually Wemby. If Wemby and Shaq can be in an all-star game, that'll be great. Then the backup guards is going to be Steph. I want Ant to go in there. Ant-Man needs respect. He needs his credit. Shout out to Fox. He's going to be another one that's in the mix as well. Out with the guards in the Eastern Conference, like we already stated, Trae Young, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson. Those are going to be the three guards coming off of the bench. Tyrese Maxey, hopefully, because he deserves his love. Then Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Jaylen Brown. I don't want to see Julius Randle. I don't want to see Julius Randle, but he might be in there, man. He might be in there. D-Book he's probably going to be all-star backup as well. But it's a talented league, man. Very talented league. So those are the all-star starters. Reserves are going to be put out very, very soon. I do think it's going to be a really good all-star game. It is a L, massive L to Adam Silver in the chat, man. L to Adam Silver in the chat for not allowing us to go back to the recess, grade school, yard, pick your team style of theatrics, because that's what I like to see. I definitely don't want to see East versus West. I think that's just boring. But it was something to talk about when we watched the game, when people got the captains and you pick your own teams like it was back in the day playing in recess hoops. But outside that, bro, W for the most part, W. Shout out to the fans, shout out to the media, shout out to the players. I think they got it right this time. They got it right.